Hey guys, just want to walk you through how your new dashboard works and help you understand how you enter your reps and how the system's keeping track of them, etc. So when you first log in, you should be taken to your dashboard page if you log in from the home page. Otherwise, if you're on a video, it'll take you to that video. But there's a couple trackers on here that are really cool. This one's showing your overall progress in reps that you've done for the RST 5-step drill videos. And I'm going to go more in depth in that in a second. So that's all that we're tracking. That's the only place you can enter your reps is in the RST 5-step drill videos. But I'm going to show you that again in a second. So this is showing as an example. In my case, I'm 22.5% done overall with all the reps. The last video I watched will be shown here. If I click here, it'll take me right to that last video. And then on the right-hand side, if you see something like this, this is showing your progress in relationship to the membership group as a whole in terms of where you are and how many reps you've done. So if you click here, you'll see the overall leaderboard. As you scroll down, now many of you may not see this RST executive membership deal yet. This is a brand new thing, so if you don't see this yet, don't worry about it. It just means you haven't signed up for it. We'll get into that later. But the big thing is once you go into each section, past the setup and intro, so once we get to step 1 is where you see the RST 5-step column, and this is consistent all the way down. So you'll see RST 5-step, RST 5-step as the second column all the way down. The way that the system is designed is obviously you start with a setup and intro. That's not a movement, right? So that's why we don't call it part of the RST 5-step. Obviously setup's incredibly important, but the setup is not a movement. So there's no drills per se to do. Now I do actually have in the RST drills column on the right hand side 5 minutes the perfect golf setup. We're just not tracking those reps. We're really focusing on the movements, the core movements of the RST 5-step system. But the way that the site is laid out is it's intended for you to watch them in sequence, hence why they're numbered. Now the critical stuff is up front in the first column, the RST foundation. This is what's going to give you the real core nuts and bolts that's going to teach you more about the golf swing, honestly, in a few days of watching these videos than you've learned in your entire lifetime. We hear that all the time. So this is really the nuts and bolts. It's going to give you a completely different understanding of the golf swing and help you really understand why RST is so unique and why it's been so successful. And it comes down to the construct, the foundation that it's built on, which is fact and science. It's based on biomechanics, physics, anatomy, and how your brain learns new movement patterns. That's what we're really covering here. Now in the setup and intro section, there's a section here for motor learning. This is where we really talk about the neuromechanics, or how your brain learns those new movement patterns. But again, because this isn't a movement, it doesn't have the RST 5-step column here, which the rest of them do. Then the third column is deeper learning. So the first, third, and fourth columns are the same for every single category here. Deeper learning is if you want to dive in a little bit more in depth and you're really trying to understand the golf swing at a really deep level and you really enjoy studying the golf swing, this gives you a lot more in-depth information. And then the RST drills are optional drills that you can do to help further your development of the movements. So now as we scroll down, of course, as you watch them, they get checked off for you so you can see which ones you've watched. So in this case, I've watched most of the weight shift, the first step in the RST 5-step series. I've watched most of these, and so you can see that's tracking me that I've watched about 40% of the overall videos in this section. You also see that I've done 6.4% of the reps. How do we enter our reps? This is a question we've been getting a lot. That's why I'm doing this video. In the RST 5-step column, you'll see a video that says whatever section you're on, in this case weight shift, drill only. If we go down to the next one, core rotation, drill only. We go down to the third one, add the lead arm, drill only. If I click on the drill only, that will take me to that video and I'll see Reptracker, because we're only tracking the RST 5-step drills, right? Because you don't need to do all the background information when you're doing the drills. You want to just get in there and focus on just doing the movements. That's what this is all about. So there I can see Reptracker and start entering my reps in here, and it will show up in here and track it in the system. So that is how it all works. When I want to go back to the dashboard, I can simply just click my dashboard up here, or in the full menu like you're used to, the RST 5-step system is right here. The quickest way, let's get to the dashboard. Now you can also click over to the different areas just by using this new top navigation. We want to make it easy and fast to get back to all the different sections. So if I wanted to go to set up an intro, I could simply click that, or if I want to go all the way back to the dashboard and look at my overall reps and the videos I've watched, that's all I have to do. So hopefully that makes it really simple and clear how this all operates. The first column, really critical information. The second column, the RST 5-step, the core of the system, how to really make fast improvements on your swing. If you want to go deeper in depth and really get a really deep knowledge, go to deeper learning. And then if you're looking for extra drills on this category, on this topic, go to the RST drills.